Namaste. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining today. As always, please practice according to your condition and your comfort level. If you know the variations, if you feel comfortable with them, then I invite you to explore them. Otherwise, please modify, respect your limitations. So on that note, let's begin the practice. I'm going to adjust the camera just okay. So now let's begin sitting tall and straight. Close the eyes and bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine becoming one with all beings everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice to our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So let's start off with purifying pranayama. Imagine through this technique that you're purifying all the psychic receptors in our body. They run all throughout everywhere. There's countless numbers of them. And when they're completely open, you are able to realize more for yourself. But in order to open, but then after the next step is to purify them. And then you can realize even more. But they can only be fully open and fully purified if you are in adherence to the ethical rules, the ethical precepts that we call the yamas and the niyamas. First and foremost, compassion. So when you have compassion towards all beings, that is the gateway to allowing all these nadis to be purified, these psychic receptors. So the purified pranayama technique, you inhale through both sides of through both nostrils, hold the breath, and where you close both sides of the nose, exhale out through the left. So inhale through both, close both nostrils for the breath retention, exhale through the left. And for the breath retention, we're applying the throat in a root lock. For the root lock, we contract the root muscles, pull them up towards the navel, and imagine you're trying to push the belly button towards the front of the spine and push everything up. So if you're trying to lift the pelvic floor. For the throat lock, on the inhale, you're raising the chest so the chest comes up right close, so you can bring your chin on the chest on the breath retention, and then to seal off the lock completely, you bring the tongue to loosen up behind the teeth. The attention's at the space between your eyebrows, and then from there you exhale to the left. So for the fingers, left hand in Yana Mudra, second finger and thumb connected, other 3 fingers extended on the left knee. Right hand, second and third fingers fold down. Then you turn the palm towards you. This is Vishnu Mudra. When you turn the palm towards you, it's no longer Vishnu Mudra. It's a mudra that we use for pranayama. Thumb for the right nostril, ring finger for the left nostril. Always the right hand, remember. So let's begin. Do it 5 times. Breathe out completely. Make sure you're sitting up tall, empty the lungs. Now inhale through both nostrils. 2, 3, 4. So sorry, I'm going to stop for a minute. I think I said 3, 12, 6. I can't remember what they said for the count, but it's 4 on the in breath, 12 for the breath retention, exhale for 8. Okay, so let's begin again. Exhale, completely empty the lungs. Inhale for 4 counts. 2, 3, raise the chest. 4, hold the breath, chin on the chest. Third eye focus, throat lock, root lock. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale to the left side. 2, 3, gradually let the breath go, let the locks go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale through both nostrils. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 12 counts. All the attention of the space between the eyebrows. Mula bandha, Jalandhara bandha, root and throat lock. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Release locks. Exhale to the left side. 2, 3. Synchronize the breath so that you're completely empty by the 8th count. 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale again. 2, 3. Remember, lift the chest. Hold the breath. Third eye attention. Contract the root muscles. Pull the root and pull them out towards the navel. Throat is constricted completely. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. The back has to be very straight, so this is why you raise the chest. You can bring the chin down on it easily. 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep the attention at the space in the eyebrows. 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one more time. Inhale through both nostrils. 3, 4. Hold the breath for 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release the hand now. So now let's bring the attention to the space between the eyebrows. It's also co-located the pituitary gland, which brings health to the whole endocrine system when it's stimulated, when it's healthy. The attention is at the space between the eyebrows. The sound is sun, S-U-N. We're going to chant this mantra loud and clear. And just try to find a pitch that's about the sound of a female honeybee. And then you concentrate on that sound and the vibrations produced that you feel vibrating here in that center. And then imagine that all the impurities from wherever they're sitting in the body are being dislodged by those strong vibrations. You pull them out, those bloodstreams out to the bloodstream that will eventually be carried out of the body. So take your attention to the space between your eyebrows. Again, concentrate on the sound sun at that space between your eyebrows. Inhale. Sun. Again, inhale, sun. bring the attention to the crown. The sound is sum, S-U-M. So now you press the lips together firmly again to produce vibrations, and these vibrations help to clear the mind, to make it sharp. So take your attention there, inhale deeply. Sum. Again, inhale. Sum. Just take a moment to just notice any changes in the state of the body, the mind, and the emotions. Be unconcerned as to what you observe. Just be like the witness. Undisturbed, unbothered, unaffected, unjudging. Now, momentarily we'll begin the practice. Think of this practice as your divine obligation towards all beings everywhere. Do it simply because it must be done for the good of all. Renounce all the fruits of the practice. Dedicate them to higher purposes, serving all beings. So make the practice as beneficial as possible through your experience. Mindful practice. And not bring yourself into place of pain and suffering, anxiety, or distress. Now let's begin. May all beings enjoy this practice through our bodies, through our senses, and be nourished through our bodies. Let's come to stand. Now, let's begin. Raise your arms above the head. Charging breathing from the soles of feet. Inhale all the way up through to the fingertips. 3, 4. Draw the earth's energy right through the body. 6, 7, 8. Hold the attention at the fingertips. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down to the soles of the feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale again, pull the earth's energy right up through the body. Feel yourself being flooded by that charging energy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it again, the fingertips, hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Pull your energy right up through the body. Feel it rising up. Feel the surge coming right up through the body to the fingertips. Then holding it all at the fingertips, hold the breath. Exhale all the way back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feel as though the charge reached every area of the body, and use that energy throughout the practice. Now release. And let's continue some exercises. Moving all the joints to bring the body in a state of radiant health. Hands on hips to start. Roll the head in circles. Try to see the floor all the way around you as your head turns. And then switch the direction of rotation. Loosen up the neck. Feel as though the head were very heavy, rolling all the way around the neck. And then release. Now the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, pull the arms up. Exhale, pull the arms down. In front of the body, inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull in. And then release the arms. Swing them back and forth. So I throw the arms back behind the ears. And then arms across the chest, inhale. Exhale, throw them back. Conclude. Now arms come above the head, inhale. Exhale, throw the body against the legs. And one more. Stay with the head down, allow the body to stop shaking and bouncing. And then come all the way back up. Next one. This incorporates a squat, so if you can't go down all the way, just go down as far as your knees allow you to. Circle your arms up on the inhale, exhale down, inhale up, exhale, circle down, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, continue. Now, arms in front of the body. Inhale, circle around, arms to the front. Pull in and punch right back out. And then release. Now bring your arms out to the side, elbows about the height of the shoulders, and twist from side to side. Exhale as you complete the twist on each side. And back to center, and drop the arms down. Now open up the feet a little bit more, the toes pointing out beyond the edges of the mat. Bending from side to side, left arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the right, right arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. And then come back to the center. Next one, the movement's the same, but the breathing's a little bit different. Left arm up, inhale. Hold the breath, bend to the right. Go deeper. Coming back up on the exhale, right arm up, inhale. Bend to the left, hold the breath. Sink a little bit deeper into the stretch. And then return on the exhale. Continue. Lose yourself in the sensations. Imagine all beings experiencing this through your body. So you want to try to live the best experiences possible. So that all beings feel good. And reap all the benefits. Mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual gifts delivered through your practice. You also have little weights hanging off the fingertips, the weight making the arms heavy and allowing you to sink deeper from one side to the next. Try not to make folds in inside the body too much. Over the head to hold deep, lengthening all along the upper side of the body, while not, again, jamming up the underside of the body too much. Let's do one more on each side. Jump. Go to the right, bend, sink. Come back up on the exhale. Inhale, reach and hold the breath. Go deeply to the left. And then return on the exhale. Now come onto the hands and knees. Cat-cow. Just really work the core muscles in order to produce some heat. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, stretch the belly skin. Exhale, stretch the back skin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, telescope the neck out of the shoulders, the trunk out of the hips. Exhale. Inhale. Try not to make folds in the lower back or the back of the neck. Exhale. Inhale. Also try not to close the throat completely on the exhale. Still allow the breath to pass. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Push the belly button down towards the earth. Exhale. Push it right up through the lower back. Inhale. Stay with the heart. Push it forward and down. Exhale. Imagine you push the heart right between the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back to neutral. Raise your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Swing out to the right. Roll the leg up and back. Swing out to the right. Like a big pendulum, no one under control. Of course, slow it down if you need to suit your condition and your abilities. And then other leg, left leg up, inhale, and then swing out to your left. Loose hip. And then release. Make your way onto your belly now. You want to anchor down through the lower body, the hips, the thighs, the tops of the feet, join together if you keep hands together. If there's too much for your shoulders, just keep your hands apart. And now, inhale, lift the chest. Come back down, exhale. Up, down, up, down. Press the tops of the feet. Up, down. Engage the buttocks and upper back. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, Breathe in. Breathe out. Now the arms come in front of the body. Options here. You can raise both legs and arms at the same time. On the inhale, exhale down. If you prefer, you can raise the left leg up, the left arm up, the right leg up, and then switch. So alternate arms and legs, opposite hand to opposite foot. Or if you can, you throw your legs up, and when the legs come down, the action of the hips and the chest pressing to the ground will propel the upper body up. It looks like this. Okay, so whichever one is suitable for your abilities and your energy level, let's begin. Down. For that one, if you did the one that I did, try not to use your hands too much. It might stop the flow, the momentum. So breathe in, breathe out. Now coming back into child's pose, bring the seat all the way back. Inhale, roll up into high cat. Exhale, drop the hips in the hands, chest forward, shoulders back, head back. Inhale, back into high cat. Exhale, seat behind heels. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, all the way back, seat behind heels. Up, inhale. Exhale, forward, widen the chest. Back up, inhale. Exhale, back and up. Forward, uncoil gracefully. Inhale, back up. Exhale, all the way, seat behind heels. Inhale, feel like a wave emerging from the ocean, reaching its full heights. When the head comes up and then start to crest as the head comes down. Round to the back, exhale, disappear back into the water. Inhale, create these visualizations help you get the sense of movement. And up and back. Allow yourself to move with more power and grace. Inhale up. Exhale forward. You become what you believe, so just try to put yourself in the shoes of all beings through the practice and back. Inhale. Exhale, copy the forms on all levels. Tap into their divine qualities. They're all the beautiful ways that God manifests in each and every being. Inhale up. And forward. Up. And back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Rounding your back, coming up. Uncoil and bring the head up and back. Hold the seat. Inhale, back up. Exhale. All the way back. One more time. Inhale. Rounding. And then flexing the spine. Rounding again. And flattening and lengthening. Forehead on the ground. Breathe in. And breathe out. Remove all fatigue, all struggles. Next one now, we're going to glide forward into Cobra. Pull with tug at the floor with your hands. Pull the body forward between your hands, lift the chest, hold the breath as you raise the head, Cobra pose. All the way back, exhale. Make sure you don't lose your neck. Inhale, come forward again. If it's easier, you can start in baby plank, drop your hips down, and continue to rest the way up the chest, up the head, back. Hold the breath here, hold the pose. Shoulders down, telescope the neck out of the shoulders. And back, exhale. Inhale, climb forward. If you're gliding, brush your nose to the ground and come all the way up. Hold the breath, hold the pose. All the way back. Exhale. Pretend you're a snake leaping through the grass. Imagine have that boundless range of motion. And when you come up and hold it, be regal and wise. Be cool and coy, just like the serpent. All the way back. Exhale. Inhale. Tug at the floor. Your hands as though you're trying to drag the floor towards you. Propel yourself forward with more power and grace and ease. All the way back. Exhale. Inhale again. Come forward. Lift the chest. Set your sights high. In every way. Offer up the practice. All the way back. And then this time, if you like, you can try to bring your feet up to your head. Open up your legs a little bit, come onto your fingertips, and make it so you're trying to hold socks behind your knees. And all the way back, exhale. Be like the king of the serpents, the king cobra. Inhale, come up. Powerfully. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Everything stops. All the mind fluctuations of the body, movements and the emotions frozen. And back, exhale. Inhale, glide forward. In that breath retention, try to remember how it feels like to be completely still in body, mind, and the emotions. Try to remain in that mindset, that temperament. Exhale back, no matter what you're passing through. Be unaffected. Just dance with the gunas that come your way. They're always shifting, putting you into different states. Sometimes tumultuous, sometimes peaceful, sometimes very, very quiet and dull and dead-like. And back, exhale, just as Dharmaji says, dance with it all. Inhale, come forward. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Be one with the serpents. And back, exhale. Inhale, come forward again. Rise up, show up fully in every posture. Love all beings the same, all the way back. And one more time, inhale, come forward. Be like the sun that shines on all things equally. It's light and warmth spreading everywhere. It's love and wisdom. And back, exhale. Child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rest. Now come forward onto your belly and flip onto your back. Extend the legs and then arms over the head. Reach out, stretch the fingers and the toes. And then exhale, come into a squat, to a tuck. Knees to the shoulders, chin to the knees. Inhale again, stretch out. Exhale, pull in to the extent that you can. Squeeze your body into a tight fist. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Hold the breath and tuck very tightly. Everything stops again. Try to bring your attention to the space between your eyebrows if you can. Touch your forehead to your thumbs above the knees. Release, exhale. Inhale again, extend as full as you can. Hold the breath and tuck. All the muscles coming together. All the body parts trying to meet one another. Release, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Hold and tuck. Release, exhale. Inhale, extend. Hold and tuck. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold the breath. Tuck very tightly, forehead to the thumbs. All the attention again at the seat of divine perception located in the center of the foreground. Release, exhale. Inhale. Hold and tuck. Use the elbows to push the knees together. Hands over the knees. Release, exhale. Inhale, extend. Hold the breath and tuck. Press the lower back down. Peel the shoulders up off the mat so you can bring them to the knees more easily. Release, exhale. One more. Inhale, extend. Spread the toes and fingers. Hold the breath and tuck. And release. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, soften. Relax all the muscles. Arms over the head, and then swing the legs up. If you can bring them all the way behind the head. Oops. And then from here, roll down and forward. And bring your body over your legs. Inhale, reach the arms over the head. Bring the legs all the way back behind your head again, plow pose. Bring the legs down. If you can, wait till your feet are down before you sit up. And then roll the body down onto the thighs and all the way back. Just feeling the spine peeling up and back down onto the mat. Move at a constant speed, uniform. No jerks. No loud, hard landings of the legs to the back on the ground. Modify if you need to. You can just always use the momentum of the legs coming down to sit up. Let's do 2 more. Stretch the arms. Just rolling along the spine. And 1 more. Next time you roll back, get ready to stand. So as your legs are coming down, bend your knees, bend your feet, and come up gracefully. So now we're going to come to the front of the mat. Hands to the heart center. Remember to offer up all the fruits, renounce them all, dedicate them to someone you love, especially those who can use that positive, your energy and your love right now. Surya Namaskara. Raise your arms up over the head, stretch all the way up and back, as far as you see fit. Then fold the body down, chest on the thighs, hands down. Right foot back, lower down the knees, sit down to the seat. Come into the plank. Lower down the knees, chest and forehead. And scoop right through into the cobra, shoulders back. Roll over your toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana with the seat up and back. Or drop the head down below the arms. And then the right foot steps forward. If that's difficult, you can lower the back knee. If the foot doesn't make it all the way, use your right hand to pull it forward. And then the feet come together, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs again, heads down. Come all the way up, reach up, hips forward. Stretch all the way to the front of the body, hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up, go back. Go forward, don't worry about the breath, just move the body in a way that makes the breath stay uniform and steady. Left knee back, down and left foot back. Stay back into high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, forehead. And glide between your arms, come up into the cobra. Shoulders back, telescopes the neck out the shoulders. Roll over your toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot steps forward, sink down to the seat, back kneel, knee down, and feet together, Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Go up and back again. Reach up. Stretch. Engage the buttocks and upper back as you bend back. Come forward into Uttanasana, a gesture of humbleness with the head down. Right foot that. This time do not drop the back knee to the ground. Keep the back leg strong. Into the high plank. Bring the seat all the way back. The knees stay up. And then see if you can pull right through into upward facing dog. Pull the elbows close to the body. Push them into your toes. And come up. Try not to drop your knees and your hips down in between. And back into downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward to the hands. Back knee stays lifted. Keep the back leg strong. And then vault the foot forward to meet the right. Uttanasana. Come right to stand and reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up again. Watch the body moving all by itself with grace, with power and ease. Head down. Left foot back. Press back to the left heel. Keep the back leg strong. Into the high plank. Bring the seat all the way back with the knees up. And then see if you can pull again through into upward facing dog without touching your knees and your hips to the ground. Otherwise, just glide as we did before. On your belly, into cobra, back into downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, back knee stays strong and lifted, and feet come together. Uttanasana, pull the body to your legs. Come right into upward facing, standing salute. Hands back to the heart. Bring your arms up over the head, reach up and back. Come down, hands to the ground. This time lift the head and chest, press into your hands, hop or walk back. Bend your elbows as you come back. If you're jumping so you don't land heavily, you're hovering just above the ground, or come onto your belly completely. Hold it there for a moment. Press to the base of the toes, push out through the heels. And then right through to upward facing dog. Good. If you here, if you like, bend the toes under, and then hands between your hips. And push back through the heels. Make as though you're folding the back and the body in half. At the tops of your legs, that's where the hinge is. Bring your shoulders back. Make like a dog howling at the moon. Try to push your chest forward. Lift your torso out of your hips. Now tuck your chin in. Pull the belly button from the spine and then downward facing dog. See if you can pulse a little bit through the chest, bounce the chest, try and get it close to the ground. The head comes down. If you can tap your head to the ground. Push the belly towards the thighs. Make like a dog stretching its back. Try to find a steep curve in your back. So instead of having the back very straight, bend. Soften the arms, the elbows, the shoulders. Now from here, lift the heels, bend the knees up to the hands, hold your breath. Bring your feet forward, hopping or walking. Press the body into your legs, head down. Come right to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up, go over your head. And pull down, Uttanasana. Lift the hand, chest again, press into your hands, hold the breath. And then come back, hopping or walking into upward facing dog. This time, transitioning between the two, upward, round the back, and then transition, and then sink your heart down, downward facing dog. And keep on going. Roll into it, rounding the upper back and flexing the spine, curving, arching the back. Back the other way, rounding the back. And again, finding that deep curve as you hollow out the back body. And then come forward again, rolling over your toes, rounding your back. Push your chest all the way forward. Head back, and then the other way. Round your back, chin, downward facing dog. Try not to bend the arms here. Get the head down towards the ground. Exhibit the loyalty of the dog to its master. Now lift the heels, bend the knees up to the hands. Hop or walk forward. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. Stretch. And then come back, hands to the heart. Good. Now one more variation. Raise your arms up, hips forward, arms back. And then fold the body down. Bend your knees, chest on your thighs, join your hands behind the back. Inhale, telescope the chest forward. Exhale, push the body into your legs.
If you're very flexible, your body comes right against the legs, flat. Head about to touch the feet at any second. Hands over the shoulders, maybe in front of the head eventually too. Now from here, release the hands. Bring the right foot back. Lower down the knees, sink down to the seat. Asana. Raise your arms up. Pull the body further by the hips. Exhale, sink down to the seat. Wiggle the shoulders back and forth. Try to get the arms back behind the ears. Make a crescent shape move with your body. Picture the form. Put yourself in that form the best way that you can. Lift the chest up. And then coming back down, plant your hands from here. Swing your left leg all the way up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana. Reach the toes way up. Exhale, bring your head down. If you can, touch the head to the ground. If you want, you can go further. Keep rooted on your left hand. Slide your right hand back somewhere. If you can take hold of the inside of the right heel. If you're more advanced, find a balance. If you can't reach the foot, you can place your hand somewhere on the leg, somewhere on the outside, maybe along the body. So just try different things. And then bring the right hand back. Lift the hand again. Come forward into high plank. If you can, keep your leg up. Bring your elbows close to the body and lower your chest down first. If you need to, lower your knee down as your chest is coming down. Then the toes come together, right up into cobra. Roll your toes back into down facing dog. Shift between the forms like a shapeshifter, effortlessly. Now again, bring the head down right to the ground if you can. If not, if it's too much, you can also hold on to the front of the mat. Sometimes this helps with balance. Pull on the edge of the mat. Raise the right leg up. Again, see if you can keep pulling onto the right hand or the mat. Reach back. If you can try to take hold of the inside of the left heel with your left hand or somewhere along the ground, stopping midway if you like, or on your leg, whatever is suitable to your abilities. And then release the left hand back down. With the other one, if on the same line as the other one, lift the head and then come forward. Bring your knee in towards your chest, shoulders over the wrist. Bring your right foot down between your hands. Lower the back knee down, flatten out the toes. Inhale, raise your arms up. Again, Asana. Push the chest up. Pull the arms back. Imagine the index fingers going over the back toe. Curve your spine. Every posture and offering an expression of divine love. And then coming back, bring your hands down and bring the left foot in to meet the right. Chest on the thighs, join the hands behind the back. Extend to the crown, exhale, pull the body down. Forehead to the shins if your legs are perfectly straight. Push the seat up. Try not to detach the body from the legs. Good, now from here, bend your knees, come up into Utkatasana, fierce pose. Why it's called fierce pose is because you require fierce determination to stay in a posture without affecting the mind, allowing the mind going to overdrive. Keep the mind calm, unaffected. You know the body's working very hard. Inhale, press all the way up. Join hands together in Kali Mudra and reach back, hips forward. Arch back as you see fit. Engage spines and upper back. We come all the way back up. Hands back to the heart. One more time, sweep the arms down and then right up over the head again. Arch back according to your ability and comfort. Pull the body down onto your legs. Good, from here, a little bit deeper, separate your feet about 3 inches away from each edge of the mat, a little bit wider than the shoulders, just a little bit. And take your arms from the outside, thread them through the center. Now if you can, tuck your chin in, see if you can cup your hands around the ears. And if you're more flexible, you can interlace your fingers behind the head, pull on the head, and pull the head between your legs a little bit more. Make sure the arms are below the knees so you can straighten your legs. If it's too much, you can hold your wrists and just sit on your arms. Just press into the backs of the knees and then see if you can try to straighten and push your seat up. Okay, so you can do this kind of pulsing action. Then from here, release the head, bring the left foot back, lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. Inhale, raise your arms up again, reach up and back, stretch, shoulders back. Then from here, lift back up, come back up higher, move the right foot in, bend the toes under on the left foot. And keep the left arm up, right hand comes down, ankle, toe, and knee towards the left, and bring the left arm all the way down so the outside of the arm is sitting on the armpit, sitting on the outside of the knee. Right hand pushes into your left, raise the body up so the belly's higher than the thigh, and as your right hand pushes into your left, your center of the chest comes up behind your thumbs. Roll the right shoulder all the way back. Look over your right shoulder. If you can take the bind here, push the seat back. Use the right hand to guide the hand underneath your leg. Then take the right arm over the back, pull the hand out a little bit more, and you can lock your fingers together or hold the right wrist with your left hand. If you want, take the back knee up off the ground. Hold the breath and lift the knee, press back through that left heel. And then turn your chest and face up. Pranavita Paschimottanasana. Try to make it look eventually like you're lying on your back. Your right shoulder all the way back in the same height as the other one. Then from here, release. Bring your hands down to the inside of the foot. Bring the left knee down. And then roll to your left. Bring the left forearm down, right forearm, and then roll back to the right. Now telescope your chest forward. So you can get your hip to drop down by just imagining they have weights in your hip pockets. And then the more the hips feel heavy, the more they're inclined to come down. And maybe the belly, once the hips are down, the belly will come down and the chest. Keep your body lengthening forward so that your body comes closer. If your hip is very high from the ground, you can stay on the hands, but still keep and try to get your hip down like you're trying to do a cobra. If your forearms are down, it's like a sphinx, and then just keep on tugging the floor towards you, pulling the chest forward, maybe the body will come down. Yeah. Good. Now from here, press into your hands. Step back to the high plank. Roll to your right, coming into Vasisthasana. If you want, you can do other variations. You can raise the right leg up. If you want to go into Wild Thing, you can slip the right toes back, spin on your hands, and come into whatever variation you feel is fit. Use your creativity. Watch body moving into these beautiful forms. And then come back to downward to plank, and then raise the right leg up if you can. Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana. Bring the right foot forward to the hands. Back knee down, sink down to the seat. Good. From here, actually I did this wrong. So bring the right foot back, left leg up, sorry. Left leg comes all the way up. From here, bring the left foot forward between the hands. Sink down to the seat, lower down, the hips all the way. From here, Kapayasana again, raise your arms up over the head, arch back. Beautiful line from the toes all the way to the fingertips. Try not to crunch the lower back. Keep the elbows close to the ears. Divine offering. And then coming back up, press into the front knee and come more upright. Left foot underneath the left knee, bend the toes under on the right foot. Raise the right arm up. Ankle and toe and knee towards the right. And drop the right arm down and rest the arm on the outside of the knee, the armpit. Left hand pushes into right, and don't stay down here. You have to push the left hand down to the right so the belly comes up higher, so the chest comes to your thumbs. And then you have more room to spin. Right shoulder goes forward, left shoulder goes back. If you want to take the bind, again, push your seat back, create more distance between the foot and the seat, so you have more room for the arm to go underneath. And keep the elbow close to the back of the calf. Use the left hand to scooch the hand underneath. And then you can pull the left arm over the back, and then join your hands, lock the fingers, or take your left wrist with your right hand. Pull the left shoulder all the way back if you feel okay to do so. Bring the back knee up off the ground. Hold the breath and push back through that right heel. Again, these are all options. You can stay in Anjali Mudra if you like with your hands in prayer. Then break the pose, coming back, hands on the ground, lower the back knee down, walking that foot out a little bit more, and then drop to your right. Get the right hip down, right forearm down, and roll to your left. Sink down to the seat. Again, if you need to, if your hip is still fairly high from the ground, stay on your hands, but keep on just imagining you have a weight sitting on the back of your seat, and maybe the hips will come down. It'll feel like a cobra pose almost. Keep your shoulder close to your knee. Or if you can, roll on your forearms. Again, try to anchor down through the hips. Eventually, your knee is higher than your body. Try to get your chest closer and closer to the ground by telescoping your head and chest forward. Be like a lizard warming itself on the warm earth. And now coming up here, press into your hands, bend the toes under. From here, raise, so bring the left foot back. You can come into plank position here. Side plank on the right hand and right foot. You can do the conventional one, or you can slide your left toes back. Push the hip up. Flip your hips and chest up, come into wild thing. If you need to modify, you can lower the right knee down to the ground. So any expression that you want here, open up yourself to divine grace, to all the possibilities. Keep on trying, make progress by just being open to all the experiences. Then from here, return, press in the right hand, return to downward facing dog. Good, the left leg comes all the way up, and step the foot between the hands. And then bring the right foot forward to meet the left foot. Uttanasana, or actually stork pose, so bend your knees. Take your hands again between your legs. Press against the inner shins. And then take your head down. If you can, cup your hands around your ears again. Go into stork or the modification. Just take hold of your wrists. Sit your legs on your backs, on your arms. Try to straighten out your legs. So you take hold of the wrists, push against the backs and knees, and you just try to lift your seats up. Pulse your seats up so they're over the heels eventually. And then release. Bring your feet together. Come up halfway with your arms. Lift your heels up off the ground if you can. Bring your arms up over the head. Try to stay up off your heels if you can. Angry determination. Fierce efforts. Come all the way up. Press right up to the roots of your toes. Stretch up high. Lower the heels down. Hands together in Kali Mudra. Stretch up again. Arch back, hips forward. Come back up. Hands to the heart. Take pause here for a moment from the heart. Inhale up to the crown. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine love towards all beings. Good. Now from here, just do one sequence for balancing. So we're going to start off at the back of the mat. Arms up to the side. Take your left foot forward,
Now nosedive like an airplane. Bend your left knee a little bit, bring your head down about the height of the knee, and then raise your right leg up. Straight line. Arms out to the side, palms down, legs straight. Try to have your foot higher than the head. If you lose your balance, you can take your fingertips to the ground if you like, or maybe just index finger. Now if you can bring arms up a little bit further back, arch the back, push the head forward a little bit, bring the right toes up higher. And then move your left hand down in front of left foot, about a foot and a bit in front of your foot, turn to the right, Ardha Chandrasana, raise right arm up, try to get your right leg up higher again. If it's too much, you can't reach easily, you can bring a block underneath your hand, or you can just do it on your knee. So do it here if you like. So lots of different options. And if you're on your knee or your foot, you can bend your knee, take hold of the foot when it's close to the seat, and then push the foot up and away. Stretch from the shoulder all the way to the knees. Push your hips and chest forward. Look over your right shoulder. If you want to go further, you can look forward. Hip over the heel. Hold your breath, and so you can take your left hand up to your chest. If you can even go further. Pull the heel towards the seat. Take your hand to the foot. And then push the foot up higher. Release. Bring the heel in towards the seat. If you have the foot, bend your left knee and step back out. Come back up. Try it on the other foot now. Right foot forward, arms out to the side, and take a dive forward. Bend your right knee, land your belly on your thigh, and take your left leg out, up. Try not to open up the hip, keep your hips facing the ground. You make your adjustments as you need to. Take your fingertips to the ground. If you can, be like a gliding eagle now. Arch the back. Bring your foot up higher. Bring your arms up a little bit higher. Feel like an eagle soaring through the air. And then release the hands. Right fingertips come in front of your right foot, at least a foot or so. 12 to maybe 16 inches, open up to your left. Bring your left foot up higher. Ardha Chandrasana, left arm up. Alternatively, come onto your right knee, or bring your hand to a block, bring a block underneath your hand. Now if you like, bend your knee, take hold of the foot while it's close to your seat, and then push the foot up. Stretch the whole front of the body, look over your left shoulder. You want to keep going, look forward, make sure the hip is over the heel. Standing leg. Hold your breath and take your right hand up to the chest, or pull the foot in towards the seat, take your hand to the foot. Again, push the foot up. For, as Jamaji says, for professionals, for advanced practitioners. Pull heel in towards the seat, right hand down, step your left foot down, and then come back up. Good. Now from here, come down onto your knees. Walk your hands forward, come onto your forearms. Make sure you can take opposite elbows easily, and then bring your hands forward. Don't move your elbows. Interlace your fingers, place your head down between your palms. Then from here, lift your seat. Walk your feet towards your elbows. And then lift up, right up onto your tippy toes. Exhale back down. If your feet are more flexible, your feet can come almost very close to your elbows. And when your hips come up, you'll be almost wanting to float up. And if you feel comfortable, you can take your knees into your chest, your feet towards your seat.
And then slowly roll into your headstand. If you know how to get into this variation, you can go ahead. You bring your knees up over your hips, extend your legs back, up or straight up. That's not in the realm of possibility right now. It's okay, you can just keep with your feet coming up and down, heels up and then back down. If it's too much for your head, you can just stay in down facing dog, your head up, push your hips back, you can stay here or move into plank, your chin over your hands. You can do dolphins. There's lots of different options here. Press into your forearms to help you in the pose. You can distribute the weight. Alternatively, you can, if you have the flexibility, you can take one leg back behind you. Have the foot hanging towards the head. You want to push the foot as far back as possible so your back doesn't round. This will allow you, this will keep, if your back is rounding, it'll prevent you from getting into line to get into headstand, your hips over your shoulders. So you want to push the foot all the way back. Push in the forearms, hold the breath, and then bend the toes away from the ground on the foot that's closest to the ground or on the ground. And then as you keep pushing back with your foot behind you, eventually your feet will come at the same height as the hips. Hug your hands, your base, the wrist to your head. Push down into the forearms. Alright, now whatever you're doing, dolphins or headstand, split your legs straight up. Start to make your way down softly. With control. Walk your feet back, lower the knees. Child's pose, forehead to the ground. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, from here, slide your arms forward, coming up into cobra. Downward facing dog. From here, we're going to jump to our hands. Land your feet exactly where your wrists are. Lift your heels, bend the knees. Jump forward, coming into a squat. Fingers loose, wrist loose, fingers dangling down. Lower your seat down, tuck your chin in, and then roll right back. Push into your arms, bring your feet back behind the head, back into plow pose. So you can join your hands together behind your back. The wrists come together if you can, elbows come closer. Walk your feet further back behind your head, then place your hands on your back. Try not to move the elbows. The elbows are close together. You can't see your arms from behind. And then see if you can raise one leg at a time. Reach up, take your time to lengthen when your leading leg is up, and then push into your back of your hands, bring your other leg up. So then you find a straight line from the toes to the chin. If it's too much, if your elbows are sort of more beside your body, you can just do your modifications as you need to. Place your hands on your seat, maybe your legs stay angled like this. Just go to a place where you find steadiness. You're challenging the body, but not to the point where that's all the body and the mind can think about. Try to find a place where your mind can settle into stillness. If you have a lotus, you can take your lotus here. It helps to bring the mind into one pointedness. If you're right on top of your shoulders, you can also take your hand to your thighs, whether you're in lotus or legs straight. And from here, depending where you are, in Tadasana, bring your thighs against your body. If you know how to take the bind to embryo pose, you can. Otherwise, plow pose. Bring your feet back down to the ground behind your head. If your feet touch down, you can place your hands on the ground behind your back. If your feet don't touch down, I recommend that you keep your hands on the back to keep steady. You have the option here to drop your thighs onto your body. against your body and your knees on either side of the head. Knees come to the shoulders eventually. Nothing to do, nowhere to go but deeper within, beyond the body, mind, and emotions. And now, from here, getting ready to descend. Take your hands behind the back, palms down, thumb tips together, thumb index fingers together. And roll down. Don't come down fast and hard. Control it. So you don't come crashing down, your legs hit the ground heavily. Once the seat finds the way onto the wrist, keep lowering your legs until they're halfway down. And then once they're at that point, push into your elbows, lift your upper back up off the ground. Now push your chest forward, shoulders back, top head to the ground. If you can, keep your legs up. If it's too much, bring your legs down, fish pose. Bring your elbows a little bit closer together, right underneath your heart, and then breathe very fast and nose like a sniffing dog. Bring your legs down and make your way out of the pose. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Arms up over the head and come up to seated position, any which way you like. You can roll to the side if you like, or you can sit right up from here. Good. Now from here, if you have very tight hamstrings, you can hold your thighs against your body by hugging your legs against your body, holding opposite elbows. Push your chest towards the knees. Keep your belly with your thighs. As you exhale, you pull them all the way into your legs. If you're more flexible, slide your heels forward, venture your legs. Your elbows are on the ground, and your heels are coming further and further forward. If you can get your legs straight, then take your hands out and take your hands the edges of the feet, or hold the wrists in front of your feet, your heels. Keep your attention at the base of the spine and lengthen from that source all the way to the crown. Your attention might attract the blood in that area. Feel it swimming around in that area, washing out the area. Imagine it as the energy that is trying to rise up through the spine. Again, that is triggered, that release is triggered by strict observance of yama and niyama. The very foundation of practice. And coming up here, bench pose. Bring your hands behind the back, bring your heels in, and from here, throw your hips up. Try to get your chest higher than the shoulders, allow the head to go back, and breathe very fast through the nose. Keep going. If you need to modify, you just bring your seat down, but with your chest and your head is back. Lower the seat down. Now from here, seat across your ankles. Come onto your hands and knees. And from here, raise right leg up. Tiger pose. Arch the back. Try to keep your legs straight. Toes pointing up. Now if you like, you can bend your knee. Take your left hand to your foot and pull the foot up higher. Arch the back. If it's too much to keep your balance, you can take your right forearm down onto the ground, come lower. Okay, so then you can do this. If you're even more flexible, you can take your foot in the right hand. Take hold of the outer edge of the foot. Try to have your elbow up higher than the shoulder, so you can move your elbow forward without hurting your shoulder. Again, for advanced practitioners who have shoulder mobility, no shoulder mobility issues. And then release, and try it on the other foot.
So raise the left leg up, arch the back, push the foot up and away from your head. Again, you can bend your knee, take hold of the foot, push the foot up with the right hand, holding the foot. You come down on your left forearm if you need to, or you can do it with your left hand. So take hold of the foot, bring the elbow up high, so it's over the shoulder, take hold of the other edge of the foot, and then bring your elbow forward. Release the foot. And from here, lower your seat down. Sit up. Bring your legs forward, straight out in front. Heels together, left hand to the outside of the right shin. Right hand right behind the back. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Turn to the right, your chest facing along the edge of the mat. Make sure your heels are not one foot in front of the other. Keep your heels together. Keep pushing the right foot forward. Sometimes it's the left foot that's the left foot might be a little bit from the other one, so just try to push the right heel forward to meet it. Keep your lower back lifted. And go to the other side. Left hand is just down the center of the back, right hand to the outside of the left shin. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Turn to your left, revolve around the left arm. And keep your heels together, make sure you don't lose your neck. Your shoulders are down, telescope the neck out of the shoulders. And then release, lie down on your back. Ease your way down, gently. Find your way onto your back. And then once you're on your back, relax. For a few minutes. Surrender all efforts, all tension. Take a deep breath in. Gather up all the tension, whether it's in the physical, emotional, or physical sense. Anything that's making you feel restricted, limited in some way, or bringing you to states of grief or anxiety, or stress. Bring it all to the center. Exhale, just drop it all out of the body. Rid yourself of that burden. Feel lighter now. Feel more free and fully receptive to opening up to receive everything, the best of the best. Inhale, imagine you're being flooded from all sides by light, by warmth, which is representative of the wisdom and the love of God. And the best universe, all the qualities that you're trying to cultivate that you've probably explored in all these forms today that we've experienced. Fill yourself up with that. With each incoming breath, imagine it's coming in like waves on a beach, flooding you. Exhale, just continue to flood your insides with it. And don't forget to direct it all to the center of the chest, right side of the physical heart, where the spiritual heart is. That's where God resides. And through God, we're connected to all forms, since God is equally present in all beings. So as you're flooding yourself with all that goodness, imagine it flooding all beings as well, the same way. repeat to yourself the following sentence 3 times to ingrain this in your body, in your heart and mind. I remain in adherence to the path towards self-realization. In order to arrive at that destination, self-realization, you must continue to do the practice every day. Do it without fail, even if it's just a few moments. Always attune yourself to that ultimate goal and try to help others realize that goal too. So now that's firmly ingrained in our mind, come back to seated. When you see that goal in sight, becomes important, everything important, you realize you have to assign time to it every day. We'll close the practice now with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Stay tall and straight. Instill the peace within, send it out to all beings everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God, always within. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming. Have a wonderful day. Much love.